Good morning, afternoon, evening, everyone. Last time on our adventure, who would have thought that those stranded sailors were actually looting pirates? Pfft, not me. Ha, ha. Well, good thing they were easily dealt with, at least. So, what other challenges are we going to be facing on the high seas? I don't know. Let's get going. Today, unfortunately, I ended up biting my tongue overnight or something. So my tongue is hurting, so apparently it's you're gonna hear me slur my words a little more, and that it's because of that.
Essentially, the rest of the day passes, the night passes, everything seems perfectly fine. You wake up in the morning. That night, you will notice that you have almost about a 5/8 of a full moon. So you're heading towards a full moon.
So it's a waxing gibbous.
If that's the correct term, I can't think of it off the top of my head right now.
It is.
But shouldn't Greg's character be giving that information? That fun fact.
I mean, I feel like. Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I was just gonna say something stupid.
I mean, I feel like Xenon would be pretty good with facts. It's just he doesn't. He's no means of offense. Hold on, I remember the name. Gideon.
Yeah.
Gideon.
No means of offense to Gideon, but I feel Xenon might be a little more socially adept.
No, I 100% I agree. His charisma is an 8.
When you get up in the morning, it's about 65 degrees with a slight wind. Pardon me.
Are you able to zoom in on the boat on your screen?
Sure. How much would you like me to zoom?
I guess we can see the boat, unless the open water is supposed to do something.
We'll go in around 75.
Okay, that works.
So, but yeah, so it's a clear morning. The sun is warming the boat. You can hear the boat, the planks creaking as you are pushed along by the wind, and the boat is expanding from the heating of the sun. You know, just your normal average day on a boat.
Fun.
So, is there anything spectacular or different you guys are doing in the morning? Or anything different about?
Well, again, Xenon doesn't really sleep too much, if at all, so he would probably just be up deck watching the waves as they go by. Sometimes it can be mesmerizing, but it also gives him time to think about his past, about what's to come, and about what literally just happened no more than a day ago.
You get slightly distracted by the dolphins swimming by the boat.
Distracted from what?
Thinking.
Yes, there are dolphins. Very nice. These dolphins sound like someone trying to imitate a dolphin.
It's a very rare dolphin.
It's a very rare breed of dolphin.
It's a mocking dolphin.
It's a mocker.
Owen, what are you doing?
He is just currently relaxing, enjoying himself on the boat.
Okay.
How about that?
Ooh. How about that, eh? Then we have Gideon. What is Gideon doing?
Gideon is discussing interesting fish facts with literally anybody who will listen.
And who would that be in this instance?
I'm gonna roll a die. Even it's
Gideon.
Even is Gideon, or no, even would be Owen, and then odd would be Xenon.
Odd.
Pardon me. Okay, so it's Xenon.
Yeah, Gideon is standing right next to Xenon, explaining like, well, actually, did you know that some fish's swim bladders contain a gelatinizing substance, which similar to when used in boiling bones to create some desserts, it's used to make gelatin in some other desserts that is more friendly and for those who are pescatarian, actually.
Xenon, it has his arm like he's resting his head on his arm as he has his arm on the banister to the boat, and he's just nodding very absent-mindedly and going, uh-huh, uh-huh.
I would like a Constitution save from you, Xenon.
Constitution saving throw or 21.
Okay, you are not being put to sleep by all the facts that is being bombarded your brain with.
I would hope not. I don't sleep.
More
More like a little trench.
Yeah, you're not being put into a yes mode kind of thing.
I'm glad that one of the first obstacles of the game that the GM has put in front of the players is my character.
Would you like me to go bigger?
I know, I'm just saying, it's interesting.
The first obstacle is the friends we made along the way.
The true dungeon traps were the friends we made along the way.
Owen, were you downstairs or upstairs on deck?
He's on deck.
He's on deck. The day's going by. It starts to get sunnier. The temperature rises. You're looking at about 85 degrees. And the sea seems to be getting a little choppier as the winds seem to shift a little bit, but nothing too major. You hear a yell out from in the crow's nest. The spotter up there seems to be yelling for the captain. The captain responds from back at the helm, "What's going on?" And then you hear the crow's nest person yell out, "Dragon!" As you guys look in the direction that he's pointing towards the sun. It's not full summer, so it's sort of a little bit on the horizon. He's pointing that direction as you guys can just barely make out the shape of a dragon, but there is clouds billowing out from behind it, quickly blotting out the sun as lightning strikes from these clouds down to the ocean as a wind sort of whips against the boat and hard enough you could actually feel it push you back a little bit and rock the boat from side to side as it is getting colder quickly, and these clouds are just expanding out. The captain raises an alarm. She starts yelling commands, and everyone starts heading in all directions, battening down the hatches, taking in the sails, tying things down, loading the ballistas, as your other adventurer friends suddenly run up from down below and sort of position themselves heroically in the center of the deck, facing towards the dragon, like, "We will defend you!" And in that boasting kind of pose.
Did the hooded guy do the same thing as them, or is he just kind of in the back?
He's sort of just standing there like he's getting ready and not being a dick about it.
So, I like him. I don't like the others.
The other one seems like they've heard too many action adventure stories, and like they're doing the strange, like one's flexing, the other one's pointing, like "I'm going to get you, dragon" kind of thing, while the other one's crouching and like aiming a bow really dramatically that isn't in a good aiming kind of position.
So they're just doing power poses to make themselves look cool.
Pretty much.
All right, cool. I'm ready to fight. Let me just punch the sky.
Yes, so the dragon, it's pretty far out. You maybe have 5 minutes before it shows up.
Xenon will first time directly talking to Owen, because now that I think about it, he hasn't actually talked to Owen specifically. He does know that Owen uses magic, and he's like, "Is there anything you can use to, help us avoid that dragon? Because I think we might die."
I don't think I have anything that potent.
Kane, why are you talking through Tolf?
I had to go out to get a drink.
He was being parched.
Even when Xenon is talking to him, he just leaves. It's like
He was already halfway out here when you were.
We are all
It's
just
like-
so rude to each other. in
Gideon
character.
was talking to him. He's going to the bathroom. Which, when I tried to play it back, it literally just sounded like you were saying praise to the bath. So repeat that again, Kane.
I don't believe I have any spells of that caliber. He does like that whole gesture towards the dragon that's coming.
Not even just like fog or something. You did that in the you did it in the bar, didn't you?
Depends on how fast the ship's moving.
Well, right now we might be at a standstill because we're going against a cross breeze that is pushing us backwards.
The wind seems to be. Let me get a marker. The wind's going in that direction,
Well, how strong are the winds?
20 miles per hour, and it seems to be increasing as the dragon gets closer.
Yeah.
You could definitely hear thunder in the distance.
I shrank the entire ship.
Sure, so you guys can get capsized by the growing waves.
Yeah, I don't have anything currently.
Yeah, let me just take care of this. I'll punch the sky again, I guess.
Punch the sky how?
Just punch the air. I'm saying that because what am I supposed to do? I punch things. I can't help anyone.
Gideon, what are your wise old facts telling you to do?
Gideon actually will one thing he's good at. I would let me know. Would a survival or nature check basically let me roll to see either what type of dragon it is or any sort of information about it?
Let's see. I would say nature. I would say it's a nature check. Understand if you have heard about the species. I'm giving you this because you are full of knowledge. You would have probably and fun facts. You probably would have run across
Yeah.
something.
So that was a 5 plus 6. That's an 11.
It's a lightning dragon.
Oh no.
It is lightning and thunder. That's all you could determine from this distance.
So Gideon will just explain to you. Well, there's two main theories about how elemental breath occurs. Usually, one theory is that dragon-like creatures, not specifically dragons, eat granite, which allows certain natural combustible substances to be extracted through a gizzard-like organ. But because this is not a red dragon or any sort of fire-breathing creature, I believe they are using a Draconis fundamentum, which is the organ that is used to breathe elemental fire. Some believe it connects to a plate. Basically, we're going to get hit by blue stuff.
Gideon, how is this
Lightning.
supposed to help us?
It's lightning is what I'm trying to explain.
Okay, we can see that, and he points at the sky. This is lightning. We get it.
I
But
know. I'm
there
just
seems to
saying.
be there's a problem here. Do you know what that problem is?
What?
There is a dragon flying toward us, and it seems to be ready to attack.
Yes, but we shouldn't get in the water, is what I'm saying, with electricity and all that.
That might not be an option. We might be going in the water regardless. But that being said, does anyone have any ideas? The option is we could prepare potentially ballista onto the dragon. If there's a rope attached to the ballista, we could use that to piggyback right off the dragon for a little bit, probably make it go away. We want to try and get it away from us, but it depends on what it's doing. Why is it out here? Why is it trying to kill us? Or is it trying to kill us?
You don't know its intentions. You could always ask when it shows up.
But what we should also possibly be doing is try riding the waves to get away from the dragon. So we'd be going off course, but it is probably the safest option.
You feel the ship slightly turning already.
Okay, well that's
Captain's on that.
All right. So if the ship is going in that direction, theoretically the wind beats from the dragon based off of probable means of logic and everything will make it so that we will be able to be on pace with the dragon if the wind is coming from the dragon directly and it is causing that form of wind pressure. Thereby, and Xenon's going on for a while, trying to think of ways to solve this dilemma.
You can fight it.
Have you ever fought a dragon?
We have
I have read a lot about dragons.
the crew, the other Avengers, like we will protect you from this evil thing.
Xenon will fold his arms and say, "Be honest. This is not the time to be boastful. We really need."
We have defeated dragons before. We will chop off its head and claim it as a trophy.
Xenon looks very angered. He'll actually walk up to the guy in charge and say, "Listen, this is not the time to be boasting about a lie or a fib."
He grabs your shirt, and this is not time for you to panic, citizen. We will take care of this.
I'm not panicking, and Xenon will
You
gently...
sound like you're panicking. You have panic in your voice. We, the adventurers, will take care of this.
I feel like that's a bit of projecting there, but
Yeah, he's obviously panicking. You see that too, right, Gideon? He's totally panicking.
he literally just did the equivalent of, I'm not panicking, you're panicking.
Yeah, you should probably go see a psychiatrist after this if we all survive.
Now, citizens, we need you to hunker down by these lifeboats. If you do that, you will survive.
I mean, yes, hiding would probably be the best option for people who aren't able to do much of help. Obviously people would be manning the ballistas. We have probably people getting the jib and the sails and everything all properly set up.
The other ones seem to be starting to strike new poses, like they're acting like they're powering up.
I hate this. Xenon will say, "As fun as it is to see your action poses, can any of you give us some sort of fog screen or anything to avoid being detected, just so we have enough time to save ourselves?"
Why would we want to block a view of the enemy? We must have full view so we can confront it with frontal courage and rage and show it we have no fear of its stupidity.
Buddy, we are on a boat.
In the middle of the ocean. It's a lightning dragon. We're pretty much screwed. So, again, if you're... Xenon will look at the hooded figure and hopes that the hooded figure will say something or do anything.
The hooded figure doesn't say anything, but he seems to be actually trying to prepare stuff. Not like the other fools.
Xenon will clear his throat and say, "Only because of your friend there, but I do your best, guys." And then Xenon will leave them to their whatever they're doing.
And the dragon comes within distance. It comes up to the side of the ship and literally reverses, back flaps to stop right in front of you guys. And you can feel the ship literally almost rock like 45 degrees to the side as the wind hits the sails. And then we start our initiatives.
Oh boy. Oh yeah, is the kobold on board? Maybe he could talk to the dragon.
Yeah, the kobold's on board. The kobold is peeking out from behind the stairs right here, right where the dot is. He's peeking out the dragon. Mr. Gideon, would you like to do another check on your dragon now that you could actually see him?
Yes. That's a 2 + 6. That's
Can
an
I
8.
help?
I hope you would.
Yes, please.
14.
14. Okay, give me 1 second.
Sorry, 12. I was looking at wisdom instead of intelligence. It's a nature roll, right?
By the way, that's what you see. I forgot to put that image up.
It's going to breathe a line of blue on us.
Yes, it's going to breathe a line of blue. So yes, you will realize that it's actually a blue storm dragon. And from the looking of its scales, you're guessing it's not a youth. This is maybe an adult. You're not sure if it's an older adult. You didn't get good enough to determine that.
And this is when Xenon will remember the prophecy. Hopefully Gideon and Owen might remember it. Xenon had to relay it to them at one point.
The sky is covered and there is no light from the sun as the storm clouds are now covering the sky and the ship is rocking violently because of the waves.
Okay. Well, go ahead.
Question.
Uh-huh.
Or is the music lyrics turning to Latin?
No, they're turning to Draconic.
I guess that would be basically Latin.
So, go ahead, heroes. Do your thing.
Okay, give me 1 second. Let me get my list
I
started.
had an initiative roll.
Owen, what is your initiative?
10.
Oh, average.
I know.
Night, my mind just went blank.
Xenon.
Xenon, there we go. Okay. Xenon, what's yours?
Are we doing the add-on dexterity thingy?
Yes, please.
21.
Mr. Gideon,
Yes, that's a 15.
Mr. Xenon, you're first.
I'm gonna take a dodge action. And that's my turn.
Okay.
Because I'm assuming I can't punch it from where I am.
Can you jump up into the air about 60 feet and then go about another 40 feet out and give it a good punch then? Just give you some good dimensions.
How far is one able to jump, usually? Is it half your movement speed?
It's half your movement.
25 feet, so no.
Gideon, it is your turn next.
All right, Gideon, seeing the upset friend, Gideon will run up to Xenon.
And throw him.
Give him a hug.
Well, yes, actually.
Oh.
Gideon will run up and pull Xenon into a large bear hug and shout, "Just get ready to punch the damn thing," as he then casts Dimension Door, which lets him teleport him and one willing creature within 500 feet. You said that the dragon was 40 feet out and 20 feet up. So that's within the 500 feet. And will basically teleport to about 5 feet above the dragon's back, attempting to land on the dragon to get that dragon within melee range. Him and Xenon.
I need a dexterity roll from both of you as you go flop down onto the dragon's back. There are
saving throw, athletics, acrobats.
You could do you could do acrobats if you wish.
I will do acrobatics.
There are spikes back there for you. Well, there is a frill back there for you guys to grab upon.
Not 20, so 25.
Oh.
You do it gorgeously.
7.
Oh no.
But your friend has managed to have his feet hit the dragon scales. The dragon scales are slippery and shiny, so his feet goes out and he starts sliding down the dragon's back.
Am I able to help him since I got in at 20? I feel like I'd be so graceful at this point.
Yeah, I'll allow it as a smooth operator.
Yay. I don't know what that means, but yay.
So does that mean I roll again? Do I add something to my roll?
That means Knight has to roll to grab you, roll dexterity to grab you.
No.
17.
17 will be able to grab the Gideon and keep him from slipping off the dragon.
Okay.
Cool.
I just love the mental image of Gideon, like this Lovecraftian like black fog surrounds both Gideon and Xenon as they teleport above the dragon, and then like a Three Stooges skit, Gideon about tumbles over and is grabbed by Xenon.
And have to back up to the spikes on the dragon's back.
Yeah.
As you guys are going up and down a little bit because the dragon's flapping, and you can feel the muscles move underneath your feet as sort of pushing your shoes up and down as the wing muscles working back. You could just feel, you could hear him breathing really. Well, it's actually not labor intensive; it's normal, and there is a crackling sound coming from around you guys, like a little bit in your ears, a little bit. You feel the hairs on your body starting to stand on end. We go to Owen.
He excuse me. He is going to hold his turn to see what the other people do.
Are you going to hold or do a dodge?
He's going to hold, probably preparing to cast a spell.
Okay. Then it is our mighty intrepid heroes' turns. The mighty intrepid heroes start launching volleys of arrows towards the dragon. And then another one decides to cast lightning upon the dragon that just bounces right off. The leader is taking a. He seems to be somewhat frustrated that you guys are over there. He's like, "Citizens, don't worry. I will come and save you." As the barbarian of the group tries attempting throwing the leader towards the dragon.
What?
What?
Yeah, the barbarian is hefting him.
Okay.
As the leader has his sword out in front of him like he's ready to do a down slash, and the dragon is being pelted from the ballistas this turn, and he lets out sort of a roar, and next thing you know, he literally chomps down on the leader that was thrown, throws the leader up in the air, and chomps really hard, and you guys on the back are close enough to hear the garble and the actual crunching sound.
Getting to slowly regretting getting within numbing range of this large giant dragon.
You realize that he can't really numb you if you're on his back.
Says you. He can Ouroboros.
He's just going to turn inside out and wrap around you.
Oh no.
So yeah, the heroes look upset and sort of shocked at the same time that they just saw one of their teammates get eaten.
Yeah, I don't know what he was expecting. That was really stupid.
Well, did you even think they were the brightest Crayolas in the box in the first place?
I mean, I liked the hooded guy. Everyone else is no.
The hooded guy, he seems to be still preparing something. So,
Oh gosh. One of the people
we-
just said the dragon got himself some Captain Crunch.
if it was the captain, yes, that would have been that would have been possible. He got leader crunch.
Captain Crunch isn't an actual captain. It's stolen valor.
Yeah, isn't he? I thought he was an admiral.
He's just a guy who owns a boat.
So yeah, now we go back up to Xenon's turn.
Oh, it's my turn.
Oh, okay, fine. Yes, it is Owen's turn.
You didn't even remember.
I didn't even get a turn.
Constitution saving throw.
Constitution saving throw.
I am casting Shatter because his only other sort of major spell would probably do nothing to it.
That would be a 18.
Then 8.
8 what?
8 thunder damage.
Thunder damage. It seems to just shake his head and look at you like pesky fly. Okay, now we go back up to Mr. Xenon.
All right. It's hard to tell. So far, the dragon's technically only acted defensively. So I admit,
He did eat a man.
well, yeah, the man literally got thrown at him and was about to chop him in half or attempt to. Like, he just landed down in front of us and now we're all attacking him. I guess if he wanted to speak, he had his chance, but, like, what am I supposed to do? Punch the dragon? holding my action for just in case the dragon's gonna do something.
Gideon will use his bonus action to cast Hex on the dragon, as the dragon is again surrounded by the same Lovecraftian smoke that Gideon was when he teleported. As the not only does it take an extra 1d6 necrotic damage when I attack, but also he now has disadvantage on ability checks made with my chosen ability, and I choose Dexterity. 'Cause I feel like having a monk on your back may require some dexterous stuff. So he has now disadvantage on Dexterity checks. And then Gideon will use his action to take his rapier and strike. That is a 15.
15.
To
Now, okay, it's a 15 to hit. I need you to give me a. We'll give you a higher chance. Roll me a d20 and see how lucky you are.
Nat 20.
Oh, you're lucky. You get some reverberations when you miss the dragon. You still hit him, but it doesn't go through his scales. You get some reverberation through your scythe,
Mm-hmm.
but you feel the luck run through you that you didn't break it.
Okay. So no damage?
No damage.
Okay. Now,
It didn't even well, it came close to scratching it looked like, but there's nothing going through it.
okay, no, I'm sorry. Hex deals extra 1d6 necrotic damage to the target whenever I hit it with an attack. I assume that means that if the attack hits, not like I strike the creature even if it does no damage.
Correct.
Okay, I'm not going to be that pedantic. I'm just letting you know that I have that extra d6 so I don't forget.
Then it is your turn, Mr. Owen. Mr. Owen?
He is going to hold his turn for a moment.
Okay, and then it is our intrepid hero's turn. The intrepid heroes, one of them speaks up. I know what to do, guys. Hold them off for just for one more second. And the guy seems to be the spellcaster of the group, and he seems to be conjuring up something big and sparkly. It seems to glitter and spark right in his hands. Very theatrical.
He's also the one who probably casted a lightning bolt at a lightning dragon. So, there's that.
The dragon, he is actually going to whoop forward and make a swipe attack at the mast of the boat.
Alright, well, being that he's doing an attack, Xenon will do his own attack.
And
So-
he manages to rip out the center mast right out of the ship, taking the
Oh.
deck boards with it too. Some of the deck boards with it too.
Lovely. Can I punch him now?
Yes, you can punch him now.
Okay. Obviously, probably won't do anything, but, he was holding his action in case the dragon was doing bad stuff, and now he's just like, stop that! So,
Stop
Xenon
it!
makes an unarmed strike, and will use one of his key to help with a dodge, or he'll use a key point for patient defense, which gives him a dodge action as a bonus action. So, that is a 20 to hit, non-nat.
That hits.
So he punches a dragon in the back and deals 6 bludgeoning damage.
You seem to crack one of his scales.
Oh, my word.
Your punch hit true and hard and seemed to have done some damage.
Yeah, like what, 1/1000th of a health?
Maybe 1%, not even.
Ah.
It's like a flea biting a dog.
Xenon will, having remembered what was told about the prophecy, will look at Gideon and using his free action will say, we need to get Owen. I don't know why, but there might be something with the 3 of us that we're supposed to do with this dragon.
I can only cast that teleportation thing once a day. It hurts my back otherwise.
We may need to get back down or wait for something, I don't know.
I also get airsick when I cast it, so.
Mr. Owen, you had a held action.
Seeing as it was hostile, I will attack it with Scorching Ray.
Why are you throwing Ray at him?
23,
That hits?
19, and 20. Not nat.
Actually, all those hit.
And let me just get
Is it really that the two of us are the only ones that actually dealt damage?
Yes. Well, it has some arrows through it.
30 fire damage.
30 fire damage. It does have some ballista arrows into it. It does seem to be being taken care of slowly. You know, it's like that giant raid group slowly, ever so slowly taking down the meter.
Oh,
As
yeah.
all the healers are just pronouncing their healing spells on the one person being hit. Suddenly, the cloaked figure seems to cast a spell, and the dragon's front hands are now seem to be held together while it still holds on to the mass. He seems to have mobilized it slightly. And then it is Xenon's turn.
So the spot that I cracked the scale on, I'm going to punch it again.
Ooh, double punch.
This time I will use a key point. Wait, no. With the Kensei weapon, so long as I use unarmed strike, I'm actually going to use a key point to do 2 unarmed strikes as a bonus action instead. So punch, punch, punch. 3 punches on that spot. First one probably doesn't hit. It's a 16. That one doesn't hit. That one doesn't hit. None of those worked.
The flapping muscles are causing you to be a little off balance.
Am I able to grab the scale though, because it cracked?
If you want to grab the scale, give me a dexterity check, please.
Are you alright with this? I guess this would count as an interaction.
I'm okay with this.
Okay. Dexterity! Ah, shoot. I only got a 12.
You're able to grab it, but I'm not allowing you to have a turn to yank it.
Okay, so my hands are on it and that's it.
Mr. Gideon.
Gideon will, I guess, attempt to strike the dragon again. And that is a 16 plus 5. That is a 21.
That hits.
So that's 6 piercing damage with the rapier, plus a d6 of necrotic damage, which is 4.
Mr. Owen.
He will cast probably Burning Hands. Oh, never mind. He's just gonna firebolt it. Ooh, a 1.
Please roll me a d6.
A 6.
You managed to firebolt the deck, and you left a scorch mark on the deck.
Yay.
Yay.
It is not catching fire yet.
It'll be underwater soon anyway.
Are you sure on that?
Yes.
Okay. Then we have the heroes. The one that is gathering the sparkly magic shoots the magic at the dragon. And he's like, "You shall no longer be a dragon, but a trash panda." And the spell, as it goes towards the dragon, you think it's going to hit. And suddenly it seems to bounce off something and reflect. And it goes and hits the cloaked figure, who suddenly just curses out and lets out, that turns into a squeaking noise as his cloak just sort of suddenly just falls to the ground into a heaping pile, and you hear chittering coming from the pile.
Was that polymorph or true polymorph?
You're not sure. Then with the rocking of the wave, the hood falls off the cloaked figure, and you see this raccoon sitting there with belts and stuff, everything sort of, all his clothing and everything around him. And he's just sitting there looking very upset.
Oh,
Aww.
Yankee.
I don't want him to die. I want him to be our friend.
And suddenly I need a dexterity check from Xenon and Gideon, as now you have a mass coming towards you.
Save then? It sounds like a saving throw.
Yeah, save because the dragon's literally, its hands have been unbound. It's taking the mask and trying to hit you on his back with a good
17.
side swipe. 17. Okay, Mr. Gideon.
Nat 20 plus 2, if that affects anything.
Wow. Now, would you guys rather dive off into the water or grab the mast, as you are not hit by it?
Can we stay on the dragon?
You can stay on the dragon if you wish.
I want to stay on the dragon for a bit.
Yeah, I'd say dragon.
Okay, you stay on the dragon. You're going to ride that dragon. Ride that dragon.
There's a reason I'm doing it, and then I'll probably be jumping off in a moment, but...
Same.
As there is there feels like there's being more of a static buildup around you guys too. So
Yeah, I figured.
it is Xenon's turn.
Alright, Xenon is going to try pulling the scale out.
Pull the scale. Pull the scale.
Or the scale.
Ooh.
If lightning... this is a lightning dragon. It means that it probably has lightning-resistant scales. So if I can at least get one, that would be helpful, at least in a monicum of a sense.
Yep.
So, am I using sleight of hand or strength?
You are using strength because you're hefting it off.
All right. 14.
I will
Please, I want it.
Yeah.
give me another roll, please.
Okay.
Or would Gideon like to help him as he sees his friend trying to rip off a scale?
I think, yeah, I can. Gideon can help.
Help me, please. I only got a 7.
Oh, no, Gideon will attempt to help.
Okay.
Do I just roll?
Roll your strength.
Gideon's great at that. That's a 12.
Please, Tolf, please. I want it.
High,
Mr. DM.
high or low.
High.
Luck is on your side, and
Yes.
you manage to rip the scale off. But I will need a dexterity check from both of you.
Save or check?
We'll do a save.
22.
Nat 1.
Sorry, it's for both of you. Greg sort of ruins it.
What?
As you both tumble off, because you're both holding on to the scale.
But we still
So you
have it though,
both-
right?
Yes, you still have it as you tumble off the dragon into the water.